So sometimes Mythic Plus bosses are very weird. And in this instance, I found something that's very strange with some Mythic Plus bosses, particularly the second boss in Stonevault, which is Speaker Brock and Dorita. It's the Master Machinists fight, where, this is a boss that pushes this cube across the room, it pulls this cube across the room, there's like a frontal, there's a cast that you have to kick all the time with Scrap Song, there's a lot of vents that you have to dodge. And I would think for most players, there's actually a lot of mechanics going on, and the movement on this fight is quite intense. You've seen it nerfed a couple of times. I think you saw it nerfed even today, where they changed the molten metal cast time, increasing that. The AoE whenever the boss is killed at a decent time is now ticking differently. Also, ability timings have been adjusted to prevent a potentially unfair overlap between exhaust vents and blazing crescendo. Basically, the box that got pulled in the middle of the room sometimes would be like way too tight to the exhaust vents cast, and that for a lot of players just didn't necessarily make sense. And now there's a way completely around that. So there's a spot in this room. There's actually a couple spots in this room where you can stand. That's a safe spot the entire time. And as you can see on screen here, this was linked to me. I'll link this video down in the description. And as you can see right here, you can permanently stand in this corner spot and never get hit by any of the mechanics. Now, the only mechanic that you can actually get hit by is the frontal from Dorito, the lava cannon. So you'll have to move out of the spot whenever the lava cannon's being cast. But beyond that, there's basically no other mechanic that you actually have to deal with. The box that's getting pushed here, you're not going to have to dodge. You just literally hug this cubby. Whenever the box gets pulled by Dorito, there's nothing to dodge. You're literally just going to sit in this cubby. The only thing that you have to necessarily worry about maybe is the Scrap Song from Brock if they leap to the far side of the room. But at the same time, you can just press a DR on this because you're not actually going to be DRing necessarily anything else. And if you only have to press a DR every so often for the crescendo box explosion, you don't really have to press anything for the vents because the vents should be fine, especially if you're stacked the entire time. And you have to press a DR for the dot from the Scrap Song. This should completely trivialize this fight. This fight is an absolute joke whenever you're doing this strat. You basically just hunker down in the corner, and then you'll be able to just deal with this fight 100% of the time consistently. Now, I expect Blizzard to fix this rather quickly. It's very clear that it's unintended that you're able to sit in this corner here. So use it at your own risk. If you end up watching this days or weeks after it comes out, it might be fixed. You might end up wiping if you try to stack your entire group in the corner. But at this current time, it's a great strat, and one that can absolutely change the game for how you're dealing with the second boss in Stonevault. Hope it helps, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye.